everybody, welcome to my channel. And it's finally time for my Q&A video that I was planning for so long. I asked you guys to ask me some questions here on YouTube and also on Instagram, and I received some amazing responses. Thank you so much for all of your questions. I'm sorry I didn't manage to answer all of them in this video because it was getting quite long, but it was actually pretty fun for me to do, and I asked my friends to be on camera, so you'll see that in the video. And please let me know if you like this kind of format. If you would like me to make more videos like this, I would love to do so. So please let me know in the comments if you did like that or not. And without further ado, let's start watching. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna do a Q&A. I asked you to ask me, and now I answer. There we go, nailed it. First question is, which country, in my opinion, is the best country to work in as a dentist? And in my opinion, the best country to work in as a dentist is your home country. Another question is, did I consider moving to other countries other than US to pursue dentistry? And the answer is no, because I would probably stay in Russia if I didn't meet my husband, who is an American. So it's not really a career move for me, it's a family move, so no. So the question is, how many schools did we apply to? And I have guests today. There they are. Say hello.
Hey guys.
I applied to 11 schools. How many schools did you apply to, Patricia?
2.
You applied to 2. How many schools did you apply to, Dana?
Around 12.
How many schools did you apply to, Iris?
I was a lucky one, only to 1 school.
There you go. Good job. Guess. Cost of living in Boston. Yeah. Name it. What's your input?
I guess it depends entirely on what neighborhood you're living in. If you're in South End, it would range anywhere between $1,100 to $2,000, depending on if you're living by yourself in a studio or if you have roommates.
Where do you live?
I live in South End, but I have 2 roommates, so I pay around $1,300, which is pretty expensive. But it's close to the dental school, which is a perfect location for me.
What's your input, Iris?
So I lived in Boston before, so I own my own apartment, and honestly paying mortgage sometimes it's cheaper than paying rent. I don't live close to school, it's like a 20-minute drive, but I do like it. This was one of the reasons why I wanted to apply to BU. So I guess it really depends.
I live far away from school. I live 20 minutes away from school, and I have to drive every day. And my cost of living, I think, lower than all of your cost of living. That's why I live there. But yeah, you gotta pick and choose where you live. But any other stuff like groceries would cost you a lot anyway. It's just expensive city.
If you have a car, like gas or parking, it's costly. But if you live close to school, you avoid that. It's everything walking distance, so pretty much is a balance.
Yeah, there you go. The next day today actually, so that's all the fun appearance of my friends you're gonna receive today. It's boring old me again. I hope you really enjoyed them. Give this video a thumbs up if you want them to come back and tell you more stuff about themselves. So I'm here to answer more questions, and the next question is, if I could go back, would I do a specialty program or go through dental school again? And if I could go back, I would probably do dental school again, because my situation was very specific. I'm in Boston, and I would never want to move to any other state aside of Massachusetts. I love Boston to pieces, and I would never be able to live in any other city in America. So I kind of don't really have a choice. I would go to dental school again. Would you like to do a specialty in the future? And if yes, which one? I actually would like to do a specialty in the future, and I was actually planning to make a video about my plans after school because they kind of change every day. So I would like to do a specialty, and I always, since my first day of dental school, I wanted to be an oral surgeon or a maxillofacial surgeon, and it kind of depends on how long and how expensive it's going to be. But I would like to go to a specialty, but definitely not anytime soon. After I graduate, I think I'm going to work for a little bit because I cannot take another day of school. What would I advise to do a specialty program or an internationally trained program? And that depends on the state where you live, and it depends on a person. Some people just say, I cannot go to school again. I have to do a specialty. It just kind of, there's something about becoming a dental student again. Something about being pre-doc just really stops people, and not many people want to feel like they're students again. There's some status in being a doctor. It makes you feel more confident about yourself, I feel like. So it depends on a person, but I guess, well, I chose an advanced standing, but I feel like if you never know where you're gonna go, and if you got your license in a specialty program and you can't move to any other state to practice, that could cause some problems. So if you want more freedom, if you want to move and leave anywhere you want, I would probably do an advanced standing program. Which loops would I recommend for the first time buyer? Well, I'm just kind of trying to cover the mess that's behind me. It's my husband's car. Which loops would I recommend for the first time buyer? Well, do not buy loops before you go to dental school, because when you are in dental school, you're going to have a huge discount and you're going to save a ton of money. And I have Q-Optics. I love Q-Optics, but definitely don't buy anything that's less than 2.5. In most schools, that's a requirement. So I bought Q-Optics personally because I'm planning to buy my loops once, and Q-Optics give you a lifetime guarantee. If you break them, they will replace them forever, and that is why I bought Q-Optics. But in dental school, when you start, there will be a huge loop fair, COVID allowing. If it's not there anymore, there will be a huge loop fair, and you can try on all the different brands and pick the one you will like the most. Can you tell about your preparation to TOEFL? I did not prepare to TOEFL, actually. I just went and took it. I took TOEFL twice. I took it for the first time in first year of dental school, just because I was planning to take some courses in America, and then it expired in 4 years and I had to take it again. So both times I scored over 100, and I don't remember the first time, and the second time I scored 111. That's the score I applied to dental schools with. And I didn't study for it. I took a taxi to my test center and I googled the questions, what they actually ask on TOEFL, because I didn't even know. I couldn't remember what TOEFL even looks like. And when I came to TOEFL, I was looking at the people who were really studying for it, and I was like, what's a good score? What are you guys aiming for? And it was 100 is a good score. I was like, oh, okay, I'm aiming for 100, and I got it. So I don't really have a lot of tips for that. I did not study for it at all. So the question is, when should I start studying for INBD?
Yesterday.
My husband thinks it's yesterday. It's probably true. What'd you say? If you ask that question, it's probably too late. Realistic answer, with no jokes.
Yesterday.
Jokes aside,
Yesterday.
it takes usually about 2 months to study for NBD or INBD. You shouldn't study for any more than that. So the question is it necessary to have an MPH to get into a DDS program? And it is not necessary to have anything to get into DDS program. All you need to get into advanced standing program is your dental school degree from your home country, and that's the only thing that's necessary. Everything else you bring whatever. It's true that multiple NBD attempts play a major role in your chances of getting into dental school, and yes, they see those attempts, but no, it doesn't play a major role. If you have multiple attempts of NBD, you can still get in. Of course, it's better to pass it from the first try, but a lot of people fail it from the first try. So don't worry if you have multiple attempts. On application, there's a section where you can explain any part of your application, and you can explain the circumstances that led you to fail your NBD attempt. That's all. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got your questions answered, and give it a thumbs up if you liked my friend appearances and if you want them to come back. And I will see you in my next one. Bye. Ooh, I also can tell that 68% of you guys watching this video are not subscribed to my channel. So if you like this kind of video, I would be very happy to have you as a subscriber. And now that's it. Okay, bye.